Welcome to Pink Cake Princess. I'm Andrea and today I have a really special treat for you guys. I'm going to show you how to decorate one of my Princess doll cakes. This is Princess Aurora or Sleeping Beauty. If you like what you see, don't forget to click the subscribe button to get more free videos from my channel. There's also more kids party ideas at the end of this video if you click on these links. I'm going to be using 3 cakes and layering them up on top of each other. I'm using some of my buttercream to fill in the layers. I'm using a circle cutter just to give me a guide where to cut out the centers. I'm using my spatula to fill in the layers in between the cake. Okay, my top cake is slightly smaller than my other 2 cakes, but you can use the same cake size if you want to and carve from there. I'm using a serrated knife to carve the top so that it looks like a skirt. And using more buttercream, I'm just going to go around and fill in the gaps. Okay, once I've smoothed it over with my spatula, I'm going to place it into the fridge so that it can firm up for half an hour before I place a second coating of buttercream. Now I'm placing some royal icing on top of my covered cake board, and I'm going to place my cake on top of my cake board. Now I'm going to start decorating by rolling out some white fondant. Using some circle cutters, I'm going to cut out a ring of fondant, and then I'm going to frill it. I'm using a wooden skewer and I'm twisting the skewer into the fondant and pressing it onto my petal pad to create the frills. Now just gently going around and pressing it onto my cake. And I'm going to keep repeating this for at least 3 layers. Now I'm rolling out some pink coloured fondant. I am rolling it on my table, but my table does have a clear plastic mat or tablecloth on it that's stopping the fondant from sticking. I've also used my cornflour bag to dust it so that it doesn't stick as well. Now I'm using this tool to create some patterns into my fondant. You can use whatever tools you have on hand to emboss your fondant. There are textured rolling pins and embossing mats that you can use to create this effect, or like I'm using, just using this cutter to press in some patterns. Now I'm just trimming around the edges. And I'm lifting it up and placing it onto my cake and trimming off the excess. Rolling out some lightly coloured pink fondant. And trimming it into that shape. And I'm going to drape it over on top of my cake again, cutting off the excess. Don't forget to click the like button below if you are liking this tutorial, and click add to favourites to save this tutorial for future reference. Okay, again, cutting out another section and draping it onto the cake. And the last section at the back. Tucking it in neatly at the top. And gently folding the edges slightly over so that it looks like folds in the dress. Now I'm cutting out 3 stars in different colours. The stars were a little bit smaller than what I needed, so I'm just stretching them all out slightly to make them slightly bigger. Okay, pressing it in so that the 3 layers join together, and checking it on the cake. I still find it a little bit small, so I'm going to roll it out a little bit more with my rolling pin. Okay, now I'm using a little bit of water or edible glue. You can use it to stick onto the cake. Now I've got my doll here. I've wrapped her legs in cling wrap or plastic, and I'm just gonna tuck her into the cake. I'm rolling out a strip of pink fondant, and I'm just gonna press it in after I trim the excess off, to hide the join. Now I'm just gently pressing down just to make it a smooth fit. Okay, now I'm just rolling out some more fondant. And these are going to be the sleeves. Okay, now I've just stretched out a little bit of white fondant. I'm just going to drape it around her neck area there, just to cover that plastic bit around her neck. I'm using my toothpick just to create some indents. Now onto the final touches of the cake. I'm using a flower cutter to cut out several flowers. And now I'm creating a little floating number 6 by cutting out a 6 with a number cutter, leaving it slightly thick, and I'm using a wire to insert through the 6. I've dipped it in a little bit of water or edible glue, and I'm going to set that aside to set. The name on the cake, I'm using some funky letters. I'm cutting it out with my fondant, There's a more detailed video on how to do this on my channel as well. And for the candle holders, I've just balled out little balls of fondant and I've stuck my candle through the middle of it. The candle holders will have the little flowers underneath. And now I'm just assembling it all together with a little bit of water and my brush. Okay, now my number is dry enough and firm enough to be standing by itself, and I've trimmed the wire down. Now I'm just wrapping it around the doll's hand. And lastly, my cake board, I'm just going around and adding a ribbon. I'm gluing it on with a little bit of icing. What was your favourite childhood cake? Comment below. Just joining there with a little bit of royal icing. And there she is, Sleeping Beauty or Princess Aurora. Don't forget to share on your Facebook and other social medias. And don't forget to click here to see more great kids party ideas. Thanks again for watching, guys. You guys have a fantastic day. Bye for now, you guys take care.